Hello and welcome back to the on Display and to AEW Dynasty 2025 predictions. And yeah, an intriguing card this one, not long since we've just finished with Revolution. So it's going to be an interesting card this one. I feel like there's a lot of stuff on there and potential for maybe quite a few title changes. So without further ado, let's get straight into things. And starting off with the TNT Championship match, Daniel Garcia against Adam Cole. And yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously, we've seen quite a long and drawn out story between these two. It's been going on for quite a long time. And yeah, one that I'm quite interested to see the result of. I think it feels like maybe now's the right time for Adam Cole to win the championship. He kind of needs something big to do in AEW, and this could be that thing for him to do and really reinvigorate his career. Garcia's had a decent run, beating Cole a few times, but I feel like Cole could come up trumps in the rubber match. So I'm going to say Cole will get the win here. Moving on then to Chris Jericho against Bandido for the ROH World Championship. And yeah, this is another interesting match. Obviously, Master v title. I don't really know why it's happening on an AEW show, considering it's for the ROH title. But that's by the by. We've mentioned that plenty of times before. And yeah, an intriguing one, this one. I think Jericho will come away with the win. I just think, Bandido without mask would be intriguing to see where that goes. But I think, yeah, Jericho and ROH, I think they're better together rather than Jericho and AEW at the moment. So yeah, I can see them keeping the title on Jericho for a bit longer. Moving on then to the Death Riders taking on Rated FTR. And yeah, this is another interesting one for the trios titles. Obviously, Rated FTR, there's been a bit of tension with FTR recently, which makes this match even more intriguing. And Death Riders looking strong, but then there could be potential based on what happens on the main event for a change. And where does it go for Copeland and FTR? That's a big question. But I can see Death Riders winning here and then causing even more tension between Death Riders and between Rated FTR.
The Hurt Syndicate take on the Learning Tree, Big Bill and Brian Keith for the World Tag Team Championships. And yeah, to be honest, I can't really see this being anything other than a match to really build up the Hurt business, get them another win on the board and continue their somewhat early reign as champions. And yeah, I think it'll be quite a long one. But yeah, really can't see a title change here, the way that these things have been built up. So yeah, I'm definitely going to say the Hurt business will be retaining here. Moving on then to the Owen Hart Cup tournaments, starting off in the men's quarterfinal, Will Ospreay against the new signing Knight. And yeah, this is a really intriguing one. Obviously, Knight, since he came in, has been hyped up as quite a big signing. So yeah, be interesting to see what he can do. But Ospreay, obviously the big star of the tournament, he's been hyped as being in the tournament for a while now, and yeah, obviously I'd expect him to get to at least the final. But I think this will be a great match to put over Keith along the way. So I'm going to Knight along the way. So I'm going to say Ospreay will get the win. Moving on then to the women's match, Mercedes Moné against Judy Hart. Yeah, like I said, I think we're seeing it's basically being used as a way to get the stars like Ospreay and Moné on the pay-per-view when they weren't going to be previously. So yeah, I'm going to say that Mercedes Moné will come away with a win here. I think Judy Hart, obviously, they've done a decent job with her recently, but has she been quite built up to the level required? I'm not so sure personally. So yeah, I think it will be Mercedes Moné who comes away with the victory from this one. So yeah, I'm going to say Mercedes Moné who advances to the semis. Carl Fletcher takes on Mark Briscoe in another Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal qualifier. Really bloating out the card with these matches. And yeah, I think it's probably leading to Fletcher and Ospreay one more time in the final, I guess. So I think, yeah, Briscoe, as we've seen, he's capable of having a great match with wrestlers as good as Fletcher. So yeah, I think this will be a great match, probably one of the best on the night, and it will probably result in Carl Fletcher advancing and progressing to the next round. Moving on then to the next match, and that's Nick Wayne and CRU versus AR Fox and Top Flight. And yeah, it's quite a tough one to call. Obviously a 0-hour match, so not really a major match in terms of the card, but still an intriguing one. And I think, yeah, I'm going to say Wayne and CRU for the win here. I think Wayne is probably building up for a separation from Christian Cage and maybe a possible feud with him, which he needs to gain some momentum for. Rush and Andretti could do with a bit of momentum as well. I just don't really think AR Fox and Top Flight are going really anywhere too far at the moment. So I think, yeah, Wayne probably needs it the most. Moving on then to the 0 hour, another match on there, the best wrestler alive, Max Caster with an over open challenge. I kind of get the feeling this has got to be the one where Anthony Bowens returns and takes on his former teammate Anthony Bowens. Max Caster takes on Anthony Bowens, and yeah, I think it will have to be a Bowens win. You can't see Caster getting squashed every week and then end up playing Bowens and he loses. So yeah, I'm going to say it will be Anthony Bowens who gets the win here.
Moving on then to the Women's World Championship match, and we've got Toni Storm taking on Megan Bayne. And yeah, Megan Bayne's had a meteoric rise in AEW, and obviously AEW have been putting quite a lot into this feud, because you've seen it main eventing Dynamite several times in the past few weeks. So yeah, definitely an intriguing one. And I'm kind of wondering if they're going to strap the rocket to Bayne. I just think they've pushed her that much. I wouldn't be surprised to see her take the title here in a shocking result, but really underlining her dominance. So I'm going to say that we'll get a new champion here, and it will be Megan Bayne. Moving on then to the triple threat match for the International Championship, Omega, Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey. And I can't wait for this one. Obviously, Speedball's kind of first big match in AEW, and yeah, it's going to be a banger match. Ricochet as a heel, Omega really getting back to his best now, you feel, as well, obviously with that huge injury layoff he had. So yeah, it's going to be a great match, this one, and I'm going to say that Omega will come away from the victory. I think it's all about building up, and I think that's exactly what it will do. Moving on then to Moxley against Swerve for the World Championship, and yeah, another match that I can't wait for. It feels like Swerve's time, doesn't it? I think Moxley retaining against Cope, that storyline kind of ran its course, but you know, this one is a big one now, Mox against Swerve, and yeah, I really can't wait for it. It's going to be a great match, and I just feel like it's Swerve's time to get back on top of the mountain in AEW, and I think, yeah, he definitely should win here and maybe bring it into Moxley's title reign. So I'm going to say Swerve will get the win.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.